What is going on, guys? Austin here from GraphFit. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the top 4 supplements you should be taking to build both muscle and strength. Now, some of these you've probably heard of before, and they may be obvious to you, but I will say that in this video today, this is all based off my personal opinion, and some of these are actually backed up by scientific research that they will build more strength and muscle. I will say today, guys, that I am not endorsing any of these products. I am not sponsored by any of these products. These are just my personal favorites. It's 2 brands that I'm sharing with you today. I'm not going to rate these in any particular order or hierarchy, but I'm going to say that these 4 supplements will make a difference to your physique and both your strength if you supplement them with a good diet and good training plan. Keep in mind, they are not a magical solution. They're not going to be the thing that changes everything. Just there to supplement. Supplement number 1, my personal favorite, we got protein. This is actually not your typical whey protein that you see most people supplement with. I actually personally like plant-based protein. Was big on whey protein not too long ago, but I recently switched to plant-based protein because it's just a little bit better on my digestive tract. And now studies are showing that plant-based protein has a better absorption rate. It's a little bit better on your digestive tract. So I've found that it responds better for me. I just personally don't like having things with the lactose or with lactose in them, so it's just a little bit harder on my body. That is why I prefer this, although I don't have a lactose intolerance. I just prefer plant-based protein. Now, why supplement with protein? What is the major reason why you want to supplement with protein? Well, a lot of it's going to come down to your recovery. With building muscle and building strength, you need to maximize your recovery process. And throughout the day, it's very difficult to get an adequate amount of protein through dietary, through food. So by supplementing with a protein supplement, for example, whey protein or doing plant-based protein, by supplementing with this, a couple scoops per day, you're gonna meet those protein requirements. You're much more likely to meet them versus getting it through food. It can be kind of difficult. We all work busy jobs. We all have, responsibilities, priorities. So it makes it difficult to hit our protein requirements. And that is where this supplement comes in. So it's gonna both speed your recovery process and it's gonna enhance your body's ability to grow. So that is number 1. Having a good protein, that's got to be the most important supplement, I'd actually say. Even though I said I wasn't going to rate these in an order today. Protein's number 1. Supplement number 2, this is a multivitamin. Why multivitamins? What is a multivitamin? Well, first, what is a multivitamin? A multivitamin, just as it sounds, it's a numerous amount of vitamins all in a capsule. And the point behind this is getting your vitamins, your minerals, and your micronutrients all in throughout the day. It can be kind of hard to get all your micronutrients, minerals, and vitamins throughout food. So again, this is filling the gaps. This is filling the gaps that we miss throughout the day. And especially if you're working hard, you're trying to build muscle, trying to build strength, having an additional source of this stuff, it's gonna require more because you're breaking down your body so much through exercise and through stress. So by supplementing with more micronutrients and minerals, you're gonna get more of that you're gonna help the process with the multivitamin. So that is absolutely important. Actually, something I recently heard, I don't know exactly, I can't recall where I heard it last, but now studies are saying that multivitamins, if you supplement with one from early on, 18 years old up until the day you die, you can actually add 6 years on your life with a multivitamin. So they say now that taking a good multivitamin, one that's going to absorb well, I like Optimum by Optimum Nutrition, you have a chance of living 6 years longer, people who take a multivitamin versus people who don't. It's going to help the recovery process, inflammation as well. It's just going to overall help your body run at its optimal state, which again, that has a huge carryover to building muscle and strength. Your body, if it's working efficiently, you're going to go in the gym, you're going to feel good, your mindset's going to be on point, you're going to lift heavier. That's why a multivitamin actually does have a carryover. It's not going to be, again, a magical fix, but it's going to make you feel better, your body's going to run more efficiently, and that in itself is going to make you perform better in the gym. So our third supplement is fish oil. Now fish oil, one of my favorites, fish oil actually comes from these tissues of an oily fish. So it's the oil extracted from the tissue of the fish. And the best sources of fish oil are your cold water fatty fish like salmon, sardines, anchovies. Those are typically the fish you would eat in your diet. Now again, going back to what I said earlier, it's hard to get all those essential fatty acids through dietary needs. I mean, it's really hard to do that throughout the day. I understand we're all busy, and not just that, but in order to get, you have to eat pounds of fish really to hit your requirement, to hit what you really want to hit throughout a day. So by supplementing with fish oil, you're gonna meet that requirement. And not just that, but if you're training hard, if you're trying to build more strength and muscle, supplement with fish oil, there's a lot of benefits that come with the recovery process as well. Number of benefits, you know, the one big one, and eating salmon, you've probably heard this before, but with fish oil, it's gonna support cognitive health. So it's really gonna help with the brain itself. You know, you may even notice if you have ADHD like me, you're gonna notice that by supplementing with fish oil, you're gonna be able to focus a little bit better. I don't know if this has something to do with the brain being, 60% of the brain being composed of fat, but I will say that fish oil, not just that, it will help with other things like you're just gonna be less stressed, you know, you're gonna be able to think more clearly. Some of the other big things about fish oil is it's gonna reduce inflammation, and that is a big one with building muscle. If the body is inflamed, it is very difficult to recover, and not just that, but when your body is inflamed, you're not gonna feel good. You know, you're much more likely to get sick. So your immune system is actually weakened. It's not performing in its optimal state. So by supplementing with fish oil, you're gonna be less inflamed, you're gonna have better cognitive health. Not just that, overall you're gonna have better joint health because of the lack of it, the lower inflammation. And one other thing about fish oil we probably already noticed is it's gonna help with your cardiovascular health. So the final one we got for building muscle and strength, and this one I would say has a very big effect. It's big in the media, we all know this one, and that is creatine. Creatine monohydrate to be specific. So what is creatine? Well, really, scientifically, it's a nitrogenic acid that is in the vertebrae and skeletal muscle. So it's organically in the body itself. It's in all of our bodies, creatine. And by supplementing with it, you're going to enhance both your body's ability to put out more strength and explosive style movement, and you're gonna fill out your muscle tissue more by supplementing with more creatine. Creatine has, like I said, has a big effect to explosive, power-based, lower rep, higher weight style training. You're gonna have more an effect to that style training versus higher rep, lower weight style training. So keep in mind, this is more intended for explosive style movements and heavy lifting. You're gonna notice the biggest effect of that. You know, think of like an athlete or a football player or a sprinter. Creatine has the biggest carrier to those things. In terms of muscle tissue, it's gonna help fill out the muscles more. Now, when you take creatine, you will have a slight bit of water retention. That's just because the water is gonna bind to the creatine. However, it doesn't mean don't fall into the myth of creatine makes you fat, because it doesn't. Creatine is not gonna make you bloated, make you look like a bowling ball. If you drink enough water, if you supplement 5 grams a day for creatine, you're gonna see a good effect in both strength and building muscle. Just to recap with you guys, the 4 supplements that I absolutely don't go without when I'm trying to build strength or size is, first, Orgain. We have our Orgain plant style protein. That's number 1. Number 2, we got our multivitamin. I do Optimum Nutrition, Optimen. Number three, we got our fish oil, Optimum Nutrition fish oil. Lastly, oh, who guessed it, Optimum Nutrition again. We got our creatine monohydrate. Really inexpensive stuff. I mean, all in all, this stuff right here is less than $100. Those 4 supplements are really all you need. Now, I'm not gonna say they're absolutely necessary. However, they will benefit you greatly in the pursuit of building strength and muscle. You're gonna see a big difference with these supplements. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel up there, down there. I don't even know where it is these days. And watch all our videos we have coming out every single week, a new video for you. But again, guys, I really appreciate your time as always, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.